All right, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbrücken, coming to you live from Ravenscar. It's a chilly morning back here. Oh, wow, we have a bunch of fat robins sitting over in a tree over here. I wonder if I can, maybe we can see them. Nope. But yeah, the robins have been passing through the area these last few days. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 robins hanging out there. Chirpy is over in his other tree over here behind me. And then just beautiful clouds going by. Hey, good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Nina. Good morning, Constance. Yeah. It's probably good to fast from Facebook for a while, though. So you're probably doing the right thing there, Constance, even though we missed you. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Charles. Loving kindness in the morning. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a need for that lately. But yeah, still nothing new on Amazon or any of that. So, hey, Darlene. Good morning. Good morning. Coffee. Yeah, it's a little. If I had come out earlier, I probably would have my vest on or something. But oh well, so be it. It's good to be cold. Cold actually does some physiological biochemical changes in the body as you accustom yourself and attenuate to the cold. It does actually speed up your metabolism. It's pretty cool. All right. Hey, Kathleen. Yeah, I can see my breath. Yep. Good morning, Tammy. Hey, Mike, in for the short. Have to bug out in 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, after this, I got a dentist appointment this morning. It's fine. It's just the cleaning and, the twice a year sort of thing. Hey, Ebony Gray. You are new here. Wait, I think you've been here once before? I don't remember now. The name looks familiar, but not common. Hey, Roxana. Kimberly, good morning. Coffee. It's a good morning for coffee. All right, so, hey, Stacy. I don't know if y'all been watching what's been happening on Wall Street these last few days, but it has absolutely been fascinating, hysterical, and will probably end badly. But so if you've ever heard of hedge funds, it's basically Wall Street billionaires who bet on the stock market, and because of their power and influence, they can buy a stock and say this stock is great, everyone should buy it, and then everyone buys it, and then since they bought it low, they can now sell high. Or the other thing they do is what's called short selling, where they look at a stock, decide that stock is probably going to go down, and there's a way that they can basically buy it cheap, promise to buy it at a price, and then when it reaches that price, they can sell it and make a weird profit. The short side of it, I'm not quite sure how it works, but basically it's betting a company will fail. Hey, good morning, Charles. Good morning, Cheryl. Hey, April, you made a whole pot of coffee? Don't you normally? Isn't that what everyone does? But hey, cool. Anyway, so the short sellers, what they will do is they will pick a company, buy up a bunch of its stocks, and then start saying how bad the company is. And so then everyone sells their stock, the stock price plummets, and then the short sellers win the bet basically and make millions and millions of dollars. And, in the process, a company is destroyed, people lose their job, it's bad. So this is legal. The hedge funds are allowed to do that. They're allowed to buy stock in a company and then say how bad it is, or bet on the stock and drive it down. Anyway, so a bunch of internet users noticed this was happening with the store GameStop. So GameStop it's been around for a long time, and it's a place where you can buy, sell, and trade old video games. Like the cartridges and the CDs and all that. Um, anyway, GameStop, in the heyday, before downloading all the games became the thing, it was a rocking company. I mean, everyone was hanging out there, selling their games, buying their games, doing all this stuff, and it was doing well. But over the last few years, with the advent of the internet and the lockdowns, it was starting to fall on some hard times. And so this one hedge fund manager, one of the biggest, said, "Okay, here's one that's ripe for the picking. I think GameStop is going to, plummet. So I bet its price is going to go down to X." And then he started bad mouthing GameStop. Hey, Wolf's back. Good morning, Wolf. We've been wondering how you've been doing. So yeah, Jennifer, the new video on restocking global economy, right, might affect stock markets. Well, it's a little more interesting than that. So GameStop, it's real popular amongst gamers, and gamers on the internet are their own special tribe of people. And they saw what was going on, and one of them realized, hey, you know what? One of us alone can't do anything against, this hedge fund bet, but there are millions of us. And if we all pitch in, all buy just a few shares of the stock, 1, 2, 3 shares of the stock. At the time, the stock was $20 per share. And just if we all do it, it will actually drive the price up, and it will go up. Instead of dropping, it'll go up, and this hedge fund, person will lose millions of dollars. And there's like, yeah, that's a cool idea. Let's do this. Power to the people. And so they went and they started buying it and buying it and buying it, and it became this weird reverse tornado. So last week, the GameStop stock was at $20 per share approximately. This morning, it hit over $500 per share. And the hedge fund manager who bought, lots and lots and lots of this, I think he was betting like it'd go down to $12 or something like that. He is responsible now for paying the difference between, the $500 current price and the the original bet that he made, resulting in him losing billions of dollars. So, of course, this is, again, power to the people fighting back against, basically legal stock market manipulation. But then the big rich Wall Street people say, hey, this isn't fair. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. And went running to the government. And now the government is looking into if what happened should be outlawed. If, the little people should not be able to talk amongst themselves about stocks and decide to try and put the squeeze on the big stock owners. So, yay. So it's kind of a win one for the little guy, but it may end up, being a Pyrrhic victory. Okay, sorry. It's been fascinating watching this unroll. Okay, Darlene, yeah. Okay, you sell stock that is borrowed from. So for shorting a stock, you sell stock that is borrowed from others and then buy it back when the price is low and replace it with the borrowed stock. Okay. So, yeah, the big guys got really hit. Okay, Wolf, you got dusting of snow at the moment or in the mid-20s? Hey, good morning, Deanna. Had some good conversations with your husband, Deanna. I need to send some stuff to him. Good morning, Kimberly. Hey, Bernice. Hey, Wolf. Hey, when the regulars don't show up, we all go, where's the regulars? Especially if they're living in some Arctic wasteland like you are, Wolf. We were afraid, like, maybe, a polar bear got you or something. Hey, Nicole. Good morning. April, so we beat them at their own. Yep. Yeah, Alan, Wall Street always wins because, it's the golden rule. They who have the gold make the rules. Oh, well. Ordo, yeah. Little people are not loved by the power. Nope. No, what's interesting, though, is I don't want to burn my camera out there. This happened with GameStop. There were a bunch of stocks being shorted, and now it's happening with all of them. So this rebellious army of people with $30 in their pocket are setting out to destroy these huge, rich, hedge fund managers and so forth. Like I said, it's joyful to watch now, but the blowback is going to be not in the favor of the little guy. Hey, good morning, Robert. Oh, Kathleen, 32 degrees there where you are at? Ugh. Hey, Kelsey. Oh, Dad and Mom are here. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Love you. Morning, tribe. 11 degrees. Eggs and turkey sausage again for breakfast. Anyone know how to make turkey sausage taste good? Let me know. Wrap it in bacon. Those who win wars write the histories. I have a corollary to, I think it's a corollary to that Chirpy once told me. I think I'll save it for Chirpy. But yeah, it's some more Chirpy wisdom on the writing of history. Yeah, I saw something about that, Jonathan. The Tesla and Amazon are battling it out over the FCC satellite elevation. So, how high up the satellites can be. And like certain companies are saying Elon Musk now with this Starlink thing is causing all sorts of problems. Hey, good morning, John Mark. Here you go, Dad. Lots of spices. Try sage. Sage is always good. My turkey jerky sticks were too salty as I kept adding flavors. I don't think turkey is... Whoa, sorry. I don't know if you saw that bird fly right over my head. Thank you. I think turkey is supposed to be mainly left as turkey and, chunks of turkey like in pot pie or roasted, barbecued, grilled, smoked, deep fried. I don't think turkey is supposed to be made into jerky or sausage or things like that. Yep, corporate rating lately, bankruptcy, i.e. Remington. I remember what was it, way back in the 80s, and they made a movie about it, the Barbarians at the Gate, when basically a hostile takeover of R.J. Reynolds. The world is a fascinating place. There are so many wars going on that people don't realize. Yep. Italian seasoning makes everything better, and it's really good for you. Oh, Kimberly, it was hard to watch the donut shop and not be able to interact. I will be much more careful what I do and say from now on. You have, been beaten exactly the way they want you to be beaten. All right, okay. There used to be a thing that happened when a bank foreclosed on a farm and put it up for auction. The community would come over and bid low and then return said farm to the owner for pennies on the dollar. Why did we stop doing this as a community? Because what happened, Wolf, and that was great. There was a number of cases of that, where the bank would be auctioning off a farm and they'd end up being sold for like $500 and then, given back to the family. Most of the farmland nowadays is actually held by big corporations. You might have seen the Bill Gates is now the largest owner of farmland in the world, or at least in America. I don't know about the world, but definitely in America. But yeah, most of the farm, the families on it, they may have been working it for generations, but now because, oh man, we're going. You got me ranting. Because growing up in a farm community, as it gets passed down, and we'll talk about it, passing farmland down in a minute, it ends up being sold to these big, agricultural, corporations who then own the land. The farmers are still there working the land, but it's no longer owned by them. And then when something happens and they go broke, none of the few family-owned farms that are still around, the other farms. So if you got a family-owned farm and surrounded by the megacorp farms, and then they go under, the megacorp just sees that as a chance to buy that land cheap. They're not going to buy it and give it back to the people. And one of the big reasons all these corporations now have all this farmland is because of the death tax. I'm going to get in so much trouble here. But the death tax. So when a farmer dies, the government looks at the value of his land and all, or her land, all the stuff, and says, okay, you have a paper worth of $4 million. You may have $1,200 in the bank, but on paper you are worth that. And so we are going to tax you 40% of that, $3 million. So the people who inherit, the farm, your children, they're going to have to pay, this huge, $1 million tax, punishment, because your land and all that is worth that. And so the family go, we got $12,000. We have nothing. And so they have to sell the farm to the mega corporation. Okay. William Wallace. War is not William Wallace style anymore. It's sneaky, send invasive species seeds, control the media style. Man, I'm oh well. Oh, Doug, man, hope you're not doing the COVID thing. Been sick for a week, waiting test results. Yikes. Okay. Musk is saying, says Amazon is trying to stall Starlink to allow Amazon to catch up with their own. Oh, man. I do not want Amazon to have satellites up there. Good morning, Joe. Okay, so Bill Gates, the 300,000 acres. Oh, yeah. China is also buying a lot of them. Yeah, it was but hey, they got our power lines, so. Facebook jail. I need to update the contact on my phone. Oof. All right. Last year I joined the party just this side of too late for muscadine grapes. I remember you saying they're first to ripen in the spring. Okay. Late spring, early summer. Really, the muscadine. It's okay. So, and good morning. Oh wait, I did say good morning. Okay. So the first to ripen are the Mustang grapes, and they ripen at the end of June, like mid to end of June. And then right around the last few days of June, beginning of July, the muscadine grapes grow. So the muscadine, look in the woods. Look in lower areas amongst hardwoods. So the oaks, the hickories, the maple. Well, there's not that many maples. Look there, because they prefer the more shady type stuff. A lot of times you will smell the grapes because once they start ripening, they are dropping. They start dropping, and you can smell them fermenting. And so the woods suddenly starts taking on the smell of wine, and that means you're close to a muscadine vine. But yeah, the muscadine are the ones you can just eat raw right off the vine. The Mustang, the ones that grow out in more sunny fields, are the ones that are very acidic, especially the skins, so acidic that they can cause chemical burns in the mouth. Wow, okay. 8 multinationals own approximately 80% of the large farms. Farms that are 10,000 acres or larger and produce the largest amount of corn, wheat, and soy. And just so you know, Doug works for Texas A&M, training new farmers. So he is in the know on this. Oh, people! I feel bad because I feel like I'm getting kind of riled up, and my curmudgeonly attitude is coming through. I normally try and make this a happy place, but sometimes it's hard. I apologize. Yeah, no. Good morning, Siri. Mustang grape makes the best jelly, better than muscadine, because of that same acid. Once you start cooking it into jelly, gets toned down a lot, but adds a much more complex flavor to the jelly. So yeah, if you are making jelly or wine, yeah, definitely Mustang grapes. If you just want to eat them like, regular grapes, then you want the muscadine. And the tips of my ears are actually getting really cold. I should have had my scooty. Oh well. Oh, Nina. Okay. So if you ever find a wild grape and just rub the outside, you'll notice it's covered with a fine, like grayish powder. That is the wild yeast. So what I do is I take 2 cups of whole wheat, like a cup and 2/3 cup, not quite 2 cups of water, mix it in, and then just drop like 5 of those grapes in this in this flour water mixture, and then just let it do its thing. The uh, the yeast will start, breaking things down and having at it, growing. And so normally with sourdough, you just leave it sit to the air, and whatever yeast is floating around goes in there and starts it. But you can spike it just by dropping the grapes in there. Let them in there for 2 or 3 days, pull them out, and you still have to do the, take half out, replace it with half thing for a while. So it's like the normal sourdough starter method, but you drop like 4 or 5 grapes in there. Can I ask some advice for my 8-year-old son, River, that's on the sad side? Yes, please, by all means. Uh, oh, well, if we were already riled up, you just let us get it out today. All right. Like I say, the American Revolution started in the pubs and taverns of people talking and grumbling. Hey, good morning, Dina. Oh, man, you got mallow. I'm so jealous. We did the henbit and mallow and chickweed around the garden, and they're going in an omelet or frittata today. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds really good. I'm hungry. I already had my egg this morning, so I need to not be hungry. Yeah, Kelsey, it gets harder to keep the balance of negative and positive in these days we currently live in. That's why I look for the funny things. Jennifer, my curmudgeon, I don't know how to say this word, but curmudgeon self just tries to be quiet at the donut shop. It's appreciated. But I'm sorry. I like I said, I try to not go down that road but today it just happened. Okay, yep, the flavor is amazing and so much better than the stuff in the store. You are absolutely correct there, Siri. Okay, frost grapes are the ones that grow in singles but not bunches. No, frost grapes also grow in bunches. They're small. They're little tiny grapes, and they're pretty tart. So again, they're more used for jelly, jam, wine, that sort of thing, rather than just eating. That's why pubs and taverns have been closed, but they can't stop the donut shop. Ah! I've already blessed someone's heart this morning, like in a bad way. That's anyone from the South understands that's said in a bad way. So, Why is it when you plant grape cuttings, you get better results if you tie them in clusters of 3 to 5 cuttings and plant them rather than a single cutting? My guess, Doug, and again, this is going to be a scientific wild beep guess, a swag. So pine trees grow better with other pine trees planted next to them because they protect each other. They shade each other from the sun, like in the morning, these shade them from the direct sun, and then in the evening, it switches and things like that. And so just that grouping offers a better microclimate. I'm guessing it's the same with grapes. That by putting several together just improves the microclimate. They've already shown that plants of a similar species will use fungal networks to shuffle nutrients around in case one is lacking in something and another has some excess. They go, oh, here you go, here you go. And so it might even be that they're just working as a cohesive team to supply each other with what one individual one might be lacking. So power in numbers. Again, scientific wild beep guess, but we'll see. Oh, Bill Gates has his fingers into many things. And good morning, Bonnie. All right, Henry. Have a good day. Yeah, I kind of think I more and more I buy into that. We're just some big video game of some greater intelligence. And we're at that stage of the game where they're getting kind of bored and say, okay, and now Godzilla attacks and flaming hail and coffee without caffeine, that sort of thing going on. Okay, here we go. We lost my mother-in-law last week. I'm sorry. She was taken to Houston, and after about a week and her getting worse, we chose not to incubate. She died that night. My girls are teenagers, and while they are sad, they are okay. River was closer to us, to our Grammy, than anyone. Seeing him hurt is what's hurting everyone. He realized and understands without explaining that she isn't sick anymore. He is still having a hard time with his grief. Any advice on how to ease his pain? I have never had to deal with death, and so I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Are there some trees in your yard that have lost their leaves for the winter? Or some tree nearby, some maple tree or something? Uh, and just tell them, grandma and everyone is a tree. There's a point where we pass. We drop our leaves, and we are what we call dead. But if you look at this tree, it comes back. The leaves come back. It's spends the summer as a beautiful tree. Here we get to see the tree do this. When a human dies, when an animal dies, but mainly when a human dies, they are gone from here, but they're not gone from everywhere else. And they come back beautiful in another place where we can't see them, but they are there. And they are, clean and pain-free and excited and reborn somewhere. And so it sucks that she's no longer where we can talk to her and spend time with her. But where she's at, she can probably still see you. And she probably treasures every second she gets to see of you doing all those wonderful things you do. And so, I mean, it sucks, but she's not truly gone. She's there. She's somewhere. Ah, She's, reborn in a beautiful perfection. She's no longer hurting. She's with her friends that have gone before her. So it sucks that she's not here, but she's not gone. That's the advice I have. Okay. Hugs. Hair ruffle. All right. Yeah, so I mentioned I've stopped the group take for a while to see if that calms Facebook down. After, of course, getting you all riled up. So if you have the medicine man, take it. But I'm going to take mine after the show here, off camera. The donut shop is part of the fungal matrix. I like that. I can be that. I'm a fun guy. Okay, sorry. Let me drink some coffee. Okay. Oh, here's a good question. Jackie, I want to make Yule Gibbons violet flower jelly, but can I use something healthier than sugar? Honey would be about the only other thing. Anything that is sweet, that isn't sugar is probably going to be corn syrupy type stuff, which is going to, probably be even worse for you than sugar. So, yeah. And I suspect bacon fat would not work as a sugar replacement here. Sorry, the birds are distracting me. So, yeah, honey is about your only real option. Yeah. Godzilla reminds me of Leviathan. That's a good point. It's like the virus space. Bill Gates is not a doctor, and he can't even keep viruses out of his software. He's not a farmer, but that's his new playground. Well, yep. Okay, cool. Jason, my 8-year-old is listening, and she just said, "I understand." Ooh, Jonathan, I like this one. Yeah, I stole Betty White's mom's explanation. Now they know the biggest secret of all time. So much truth there. Hey, Kimberlyn, good morning. Yep. Poor guy, try and make something special just for her, whether it's a plant or a garden or an actual project, and remind them they are waiting for you and you can visit her anytime through your memories. That's why you make a special spot for them. Now she just lives in the heart. Mm. All right. Let him know it's okay to be sad and work through that grief, that he's not alone. My priest told us that those who've passed on are just in another dimension. They can see and hear us. He said he truly believes that if he called his mama's name and spoke to her, that she could hear him. And this is from a seasoned archpriest. Dang, this has been a morning, hasn't it? Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Uh. Oh, okay. So that was called a scooty. It's a scarf with a built-in hood that my wife crocheted for me. If you can Google scarf hood or hooded scarf or Scooby. And I wish I had it on this morning because I'm getting really cold here. But yeah, it's my little Jedi Master, Lord of the Rings sort of thing. Okay, would coconut sugar work in the jelly? Yeah, but in the end, the sugar is sugar is sugar. It's all pretty much the same molecule with just a little bit of extra stuff mixed in with the sugar. Uh, so it's going to be just as bad as sugar, but with a slightly different flavor. Ah, here we go. Grammy Garden coming this spring. Cool. That's interesting. Would monk fruit sweetener work for jelly? That's interesting. I'm wondering about the miracle fruit. What's the one that like turns sour into sweet flavor? Or does monk fruit do that too? I don't remember. Hey, yeah. I'll try honey. If I end up with syrup, that's fine too. Uh-oh. Oh man, what's it? Oh, okay, you got 4 minutes, Nicole. Petty level 10 confession. Okay. Oh. Yep, you are right. Bill Gates, he doesn't want to keep viruses out of his software. He makes more money giving a solution to the problem. Definitely appears that way. When I'm grieving my loved ones, I will do things for them. Yesterday, I forced myself to go to the garden for my Aunt Nancy. Kimberly, no. You're not a downer. I mean, there's sadness, but that doesn't automatically make it a downer. Does that make sense? Trust me on this one. Okay. After getting back from her travels, I was in such pain that I never put away our Christmas decorations. My mother-in-law has brought it up 2 times now, and when she has had to come over to watch the kids while I tried to get tooth help. Now I'm going away for a while to help with my grandfather's cancer treatment, and she will be coming over to help out with the kids. I'm leaving the decorations up. Oh, look, it's Christmas here. Well, yes, it is. Okay, good grief. Yeah, there are levels of importance in life, and being in pain so badly that you are crying, yeah, you don't have to put the Christmas decorations away. The kids are fed, they're clean. Good job. You got it. You got it. Good Lord. Yeah. I can understand why you might feel guilty, or if she's kind of giving you the look. That's what mother in laws do. Your kids are fed, they're happy. No, they're fed. After that, as far as the human race is concerned, you're doing great. Oh, anger, despair, grief. In 30 minutes, a soap opera at the donut shop. Nope. We are in communion with the saints that have gone before us. That is written in the Bible somewhere. Sounds right. Hey, good morning, Cleo. Yeah, frosty down here too. Oh. Me too, Jonathan. This morning has left me all verklempt like Mike Myers' skit on Saturday Night Live. Yep. There were tears in my eyes. What a great day to break my fast. The tribe is an amazing group of people. We're just people. We are people thrown together. You get any group of people together just talking, you're going to find a lot of amazing stuff. Hey, good morning, Deborah. Oh, John Mark, just moved between Livingston and Woodville. It's a nice area. I keep looking for land up around Woodville and like Jasper area. And every time I find a piece, Mrs. Weather points out that we got one kid starting college next fall, and then before she finishes, the other one will. So it'd be like 8 years before we'll have any sort of money ever again. So I keep looking. Oh, okay. Day 3 post-vaccination, minor lupus flare-up today. Yesterday I had lupus brain fog and cranky, but still laughed about it. Went to fill up my car, forgot the pin for card, went to pick up curbside, texted spot number, and they didn't send 20 minutes later. Ugh. Oofda, as they say. Love verklempt. Let's talk amongst ourselves. Topic? Yeah, there have been mornings when I've just kind of wanted to leave the computer going while I go off and do my. Oh, it's after 8. Okay. Okay. Wow. What a morning. What a morning. I love the donut shop. Mom, Dad, love you. Thank you, Mom, Dad, for teaching me the importance of having a donut shop to go to every morning. No matter where you are. So good stuff. Dad, I hope you figure out some way of making the turkey sausage, edible. Sage, Italian seasoning, or hot sauce, or just grind it up and add it to chili. But I got to get going. Tonight, don't forget, we'll have special internet security engineer D. Paul talking about what they know about you and how they figured it out, what they plan on doing with it, and what steps you can take to try and lessen your digital footprint and the basically screw up the model they've made of you. There are computers with very, very accurate models of you, your lifestyle, your thought process that has just been created, through your normal day-to-day interactions with the internet. And then how they use that to convince you to do things. All right, so check it out tonight here, 8 p.m. I will see you then. Until then, have a great day. You have a tribe behind you. You are not alone. You're one of us. For better or worse, you're one of us. All right. Have a great one, tribe. Bye-bye. End broadcast.